Alright, looks like we got a batter against Vetter, who is going to be rocking a rain team with Archaludon, Landorus, Tornadus, Pelipper, Urshifu, and Rillaboom. So a lot of water offense. Primarina looks pretty good here. I just have to be mindful of how to position it. I need to know that Pelipper has Wide Guard. It doesn't look great for Blood Moon Ursaluna. I would pretty much be forced to Terra it, which I'm not a big fan of. Landorus also has access to Poison with Sludge Bomb. I don't mind Dusclops Rillaboom as a lead, with Primarina and Farigiraf in the back. I could also go with Farigiraf and Rillaboom, but they don't have priority, except for Aqua Jet, so we'll go this way. Because of that, hopefully we can then use like really strong attacks to get KOs that we need. Because Torn can't, yeah, it's, man, this is going to be a tough one. Because it depends on what they bring out. Yeah, Torn and Lando. Okay. Lando has Life Orb. Mental Herb. Okay, so you don't have Covert. With that, what would Tornadus want to do? Probably taunt. So what I can do is I can actually set up Trick Room and then bring it in for a Giraffe. It's kind of an interesting way to play this, but basically saying, hey, I don't want to take a big Sludge Bomb. Because if I fake out Tornadus, then I could take a Sludge Bomb. If I fake out Landorus, then I could get taunted, right? Lando sets up Sub, which could benefit us. Actually, this can work. And then we just get Bleak Wind. That's fine by me. Okay, here I want to Nightshade into Landorus, and I think I'm going to Dazzling Gleam both. Okay, perfect. That means that Primarina's Hyper Voice are actually going to be pretty strong here. Some Light Chip, Sandsteel Storm, great. Looks like Farigiraf's going to get knocked out next turn. Alright, I'm going to Nightshade into Lando, and I will Psychic Tornadus. Now, this will make it a little bit easier for Primarina to pick up the KO that it needs. Sure. Yeah, we like the crit. We'll get Bleak Wind. Okay. Cool. Alright, so my hope here is that we just get some big KOs with Primarina, and we can make it work. If you are concerned, you would try to switch out Landorus for Rillaboom. So I'm going to call that out, and I'm going to go ahead and Will-O-Wisp into Lando, and I'm going to go ahead and Hyper Voice into both. Yeah. Could have been an opportunity to set up Calm Mind, but I'm down for this play too. Does a decent amount. This is the last turn of Trick Room. Okay. Okay, so trying to think about this, it would be nice to get another Trick Room up, but I have to ask myself, how easy is that to do? Because I could definitely see a double up into the Dusclops slot. So I'm down to bring in Rillaboom and protect this turn with Primarina. The intent behind this is in the following turn, I could probably use something like Fake Out into Hyper Voice to try to pick up some big KOs here. Rillaboom being burnt is really helpful, but yeah, I think I need a Fake Out Landorus for sure. Yeah, and then you would Woodhammer into Dusclops, right? Yeah. I didn't want to take too much from that double up, and that was... I took that pretty comfortably for the most part. Rain's over, but what I'm going to do here is I'm going to say, hey, look, Rillaboom's burnt, so I'm going to say its damage output isn't as great as I would hope it would be. And I'm going to go ahead and use Fake Out and Hyper Voice into both. Now, they could protect Landorus and then attack with Rillaboom, in which case, how would I want to respond? And it's still fine. Sure. Because if Rillaboom attacks, then it has to lose a lot of HP, and then I probably could get it with Glassy Glide the next turn, right? Oh, was that a crit? No, that's just its attack. Wow. Okay. Alright. Then Grass Terror would have been the move, yeah, and then Moonblast. Miracle Seed. Yeah, for probably the Miracle Seed is why it's kicking. I'm surprised. You had Poison Terra. Yeah, I figured as much. And then I'm going to Fire Terror in response. I won't, unfortunately, be able to get the immediate KO that I want. Dang, yeah. I think that if I Terra'd, I think it would have been a lot more solid spot. Well, not necessarily. I think I could have brought in Dusclops again. And then Grass Terra'd. Okay, it does decent. Okay, Rillaboom knocks itself out, which is perfect. Yeah, and the problem with the Fire Terror is that it makes my matchup against any of the other Pokemon they have a lot harder. I think it's mainly Pelipper and Urshifu I'm most worried about, right? Pelipper comes out, yeah. Not the end of the world, but we can find ways to work around it. I'm gonna definitely Wood Hammer into Pelipper. And I'm gonna Nightshade into Tornadus. Or Landorus. And the following turn I could probably use something. Well, I don't even need to use Grassy Glide. Yeah, I mean focus, that's right. Yeah. Yeah, there's Weather Ball. And then Landorus just uses Sandsear Storm. Woo! That was tough. Yeah, I think that the Rain Focus team definitely invalidates a good amount of the Pokemon I have. I think that's one thing. If you're looking to use Raging Bolt over Blood Moon Ursaluna, if you're fearful of rain matchups, Raging Bolt does a lot better job, but yeah, I unfortunately had to take it off the table, and that made it a lot harder for me to move with it. Yeah, keeping around Primarina a little bit longer would have helped. I honestly thought I could have survived with the Will-O-Wisp cutting its attack in half, but the fact that it was, able to get that KO was impressive, but that's good to know. So that's helpful.